Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brendan Plays. This is Total Extreme Wrestling for our All Elite Wrestling save. Lots of things happening in our save. It is now the month of May. Let's go ahead and check out some of the news and tidbits as we go ahead and get ready to book our next episode of Dark. Mia Priestley and Will Ospreay broke up because, Will Ospreay had an affair with, probably butchered the name, but Miho Abby. A bit of, there you go. She's not even a wrestler. So a bit of controversy here in the game. I think do we still have Bea Priestley on the contract? Yeah, we do. I've been meaning to fire her for weeks now, my bad. Nikki Storm's going to stay with WWE. AJ Styles has got a couple of offers. We offered him $150,000 now. I feel like we actually might win this, because WWE have offered him $142,000. New Japan offered him $136,000. And at the moment, he's only considering our offer. So I'm a little bit concerned that we've kind of won the race to sign AJ Styles, although it'd be amazing to have him. We're not going to do that. So yeah, we originally AJ was only being offered $110,000. So we sweetened the pot for AJ, and he's going to get a bit more of a pay rise. So, he can thank us for that. We did re-sign Leva Bates. I don't know why. We just, we've still got her. Yay. So she'll stick around. We're just giving her a handshake deal. She's only going to be making, I think, $60 per show. So it's not exactly going to break the bank. One thing that was a little bit disappointing was Billy Gunn is going to retire in the next 3 months. I mean, he's 57, probably should retire. But 46 popularity. So I suppose it might be time to have Billy Gunn do a few JOBs on Dynamite to help out some of the young guys. I mean, he should probably be doing that anyways. So we'll look at utilizing Billy Gunn a little bit more in that way. I've kept his popularity just in case I wanted to ever do anything with the Gun Club, which originally I did. I always had plans to push Austin Gunn, but he's just so bad that it's just very hard to do so. And Billy Gunn's, he's 20 years past his prime. He's not exactly going to help Austin Gunn and carry him, so to say. So, before we get to our show, let's take a quick look at the merchandise. New month, obviously a bit of data to take a look at. Last month's best merchandise sellers was Chris Jericho, $45,000 worth of merch. Moxley number 2, Cody Rhodes 3, Hardy and Omega round out the top 5. Paige, Nick Jackson, Mac Jackson, and even Shaquille O'Neal. There you go. And MJF sneaks into the top 10. So that is the top 10 there. Sting, surprisingly, not in that list. Maybe the fact that he's not wrestling. Miro, number 11, is good to see. Paul White's got a bit of merch. Luchasaurus, actually, number 15. You would not expect that. He's got more than Jungle Boy, more than Sammy Guevara, more than Pac, more than Brian Cage. I know a lot of these guys are heels, but more than Christian Cage. Christian Cage not selling much merch. So there you go. Always like to take a look at that. I always find it interesting to see who is selling the most merchandise. Probably no surprise that it is Chris Jericho, Moxley, and even Cody Rhodes. So, yeah, no surprise there. We're about 20 days away, a few weeks away from Double or Nothing. We have Dark Book. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. All right, on the pre-show, Big Swole has an interview with Dasha as she hypes up her future. 36 rated for that one. She's in a tag team match, teaming up with Diamante to take on Layla and the Bunny. 38 rated. Diamante 36, Big Swole 33, the Bunny 36, and Layla 32. So every woman in this match was pretty decent, which is good to see. 38 rated match for the women. I think that's pretty good. Orange Cassidy, Trent, Chuck Taylor, Chris Statlander, best friends out there, cutting a promo saying that the Lucha Bros should be focused on the best friends and not worried about who's going to be their leader, because obviously best friends now picked up a win last week thanks to Park's interference, so they're feeling pretty confident, and they're pretty focused on the Lucha Bros. They want to prove that they're the better team, when instead the Lucha Bros are trying to figure out, well, who's our leader, or who's our mentor, or whatever. So they're trying to say, hey, stay focused here, get on the right page. So Levy Cooper, which of course is formerly known as Tucker, he was a local wrestler, I figured, yeah, well, all right, let's see what he can do. He's performed at 45. He has 39 popularity. We gave him Powerhouse Will Hobbs. So yeah, we kind of cheated a little bit, I suppose. Giving Will Hobbs the win probably will give him a little bit of popularity, maybe. It is a pre-show, so probably not too much. Maybe just a little bit in the local area. But yeah, wanted to give Powerhouse Will Hobbs a win. Wanted to showcase him. And, you know, I thought, hey, Levy Cooper is a big guy, would probably match up well with Will Hobbs, and they might have a decent match. And I think they did. 47, that's pretty good. Alright, we opened up this episode of Dark with Team Taz, as Taz is talking a lot of trash, talking about how great Team Taz is, Ricky Starks and Brian Cage. 59 for that one. We had a tag team match. Team Taz took on the Dark Order for 56. So we spoke about it last episode, how the Dark Order are starting to break out as a tag team with their popularity, and then, you know, this combination of Grayson and Uno is now a bit of a factor in the tag division. So I said that we probably should get them involved in something, and I thought, okay, Ricky Starks, Brian Cage is doing nothing right now. They're kind of floundering, so why not put them in a little bit of a short-term rivalry against the Dark Order? So we gave them the win here against the Dark Order. So Brian Cage, Ricky Starks win, 56 rated. Post-match though, well, they've been beating down a lot of teams lately. They tried the same thing on the Dark Order, but the Dark Order, they fight back. They fought back to be able to fend off Team Taz, and that's obviously not going to impress Team Taz that much, considering the fact that, you know, they have been, on a bit of a rampage as of late, beating down a few teams, you know, been having their way. Well, now all of a sudden the team's fighting back, and they're not exactly thrilled about that. And, you know, we've been looking to turn these guys babyface, so I think we could probably use this as a way to turn them. I think we can. So we might turn Evil Uno, get that done. It's a success. Stu Grayson, a success. Preston Vance, he's only had 2 segments. This could be risky. No, it's a success. John Silver's had 5. That should be okay. Yep, success. Reynolds, success. Now, the only one that's going to be a problem, I think, will be Alan Angels, because apparently his heel turn was only recent. And he does need to change. Yeah, he does need a new gimmick change, so we'll go ahead, we'll change his gimmick, and we'll turn him babyface as well. Didn't go down well, but it doesn't really matter. It's only Alan Angels, you know. Doesn't matter if his babyface turn isn't so great. So, Dark Order's now babyface. The only one that needs a turn is Anna Jay. We'll get that done. So, we've been meaning to do that for a while. You know, we need a tag team that's lower to mid card, and a lot of guys in that group, obviously, is Dark Order. You know, they can really benefit there because we do have a lot of low end heels, a lot of really low factions on the card, but we don't really have a babyface faction that's low on the card. So that's where Dark Order can kind of fill that void a little bit there and get maybe get a push out of it. You know, with these performances that we saw in that tag match, maybe they deserve one. Nyla Rose made quick work of Danny Jordan for 22. Nyla 44, Danny 20, so a bit of a squash match. Again, the squash matches just don't seem to work. Powerhouse Will Hobbs says he is seeking help to advance his career and to also watch his back, considering he's got a lot of people coming after him, such as Ethan Page. So we spoke about it briefly last episode. We're thinking about maybe making Mark Henry as Powerhouse Will Hobbs' brand new manager. I just feel like that would work. Someone to watch Hobbs' back, someone to mentor him. Mark Henry would be a perfect fit, I feel. So Powerhouse Will Hobbs, world's strongest man. I just think it works. So that's kind of where we're going with that, and we're going to start, dropping some subtleties there to introduce that soon. 46 for that one. The Hybrid 2 took on the Private Party for 51. Private Party picked up the win. We had Dustin Rhodes cut a promo on Christian Cage. Losing storyline here, and unfortunately this promo only 46. Not quite as good as perhaps we would have liked. Miro made quick work of Ryan Nemeth, but Miro sustained broken ribs. Another squash match and another fail, no doubt, and Miro's broken ribs, so this was just a disaster all round. There's nothing good about this one at all. So hopefully, broken ribs shouldn't be too bad. He should be able to probably work through that. Miro's not currently doing a lot, so that's probably okay if he takes a few weeks off anyways. We had FTR cutting a promo on the Hardys, and again, this just didn't work. We just, a couple of bad segments in a row, and we're struggling here to get any momentum back into this show. 52 for that one. Eddie Kingston is furious about Park costing him the match last week. That's a bit better. 60 rated for that promo from Eddie. And the main event, Sammy Guevara and Kip Sabian, 65 rated for this one. Sammy Guevara last week, I think, had a 72 rated match. That was the second best match in AEW Dark history in our game. Only the Young Bucks versus the Hybrid 2 was better. And last week's Dark was the highest rated Dark as well. So Sammy Guevara has, we can thank him for that. And we decided, well, why don't we have Dark be Sammy Guevara's stopping grounds for a little bit. With another main event performance here, another big win, and also a chance for Kip Sabian to have a good match under his belt, maybe get a bit of popularity out of that as well. 56 rated episode of Dark to close it out. Alright, Dynamite is all booked. Let's go ahead and jump straight into the results on the pre-show. Diamante and Renee Mitchell had a 35 rated match. So we brought in Renee Mitchell for a one-off. Her gimmick didn't go down so well. But Diamante 36, Renee Mitchell 26. We're trying to kind of push Diamante a little bit. Her performances have been pretty good. So I'm trying to kind of move her up the card just a little bit if we can. Get her in a position to maybe challenge Britt Baker for the Women's Championship. Speaking of Diamante, she had a promo post-match saying that she's looking to move up to the rankings to try and get herself obviously in title contention. 38 rated promo, pretty good. So 2 back-to-back decent segments for Diamante. The Dark Order had a tag match against the Chaos Project. Always difficult to take on the Chaos Project. But the Dark Order 44 apiece, not too bad. And they picked up the win. Post-match, we finished turning everybody in this segment. We've needed to turn Anna Jay babyface. We've been looking to do it for a while. Finally have done it now. The Dark Order say they're not backing down from Team Taz. So they are not going to stop. They're not going to, run away from Team Taz, even though you got Brian Cage, he's big and bad. They're going to step up and they're going to try and fight those guys to the best of their ability. So 42 for that one. Chris Statlander defeated Bea Priestley in a 41 rated match. Not bad. Chris Statlander 44, Bea Priestley 30. So pretty good actually from Chris Statlander. Obviously she's one of our better women's wrestlers that we have. Now a part of the Best Friends, and I think that affiliation could potentially help give her some more popularity. So she could be at the point where she may be our top women's wrestler at some point just because of that affiliation. And 44 from her, it's very good. Thunder Rosa had a promo backstage as well, 45 for that one. You can see we're really trying to utilize the women on the pre-show. And last segment on the pre-show, Jim Ross interviewed both Jade Cargill and Nyla Rose, Vicky Guerrero there of course, before their upcoming match at Double or Nothing. 55 for this one. So trying to get JR involved and maybe help elevate this segment a little bit. Probably did to a degree. 55 is pretty good. I don't think we could have got too much better than that. Alright, we opened up the show with the Pinnacle. MJF, FTR, Wardlow, and Tully Blanchard all out there talking about how Shawn Spears was injured last week by Jon Moxley and how he will not be able to compete at Double or Nothing, but he says that his team still has the advantage and they're not too concerned just yet. So of course it is 4-on-3 at this stage. 77 for that one, so pretty good stuff there to try and recover from what has been a bad couple of weeks for the storylines with Blood and Guts. The storyline heat is down into the 60s, so we really need some big angles. Probably stay clear from matches, I'd say, for a little bit until the pay-per-view. We need the angles to try and boost this up back towards 80 plus. Billy Gunn took on Ethan Page for 49, Billy 46, Ethan Page 44. We gave Ethan Page the win, so as we now know, Billy Gunn's looking to retire soon, so we're going to have him do a few jobs, try and elevate some of the up-and-coming heels on the roster. Ethan Page, obviously, being one of those. 49 rated for this match is pretty good, actually, so Billy Gunn's still showing he's got a bit of value, even at his advanced age. Britt Baker says that she's too smart for Hikaru Shida, and that she'll find a way to defeat her. So obviously, Britt Baker last week on Dynamite distracting Hikaru Shida allowing Rebel to come in and, Rebel distracted her, allowing Britt Baker to come in and attack her with the championship belt. 52 for that one. And Britt Baker's invented a new catchphrase that's going to boost her ability in the microphone. So we may even see her promos get even more better than what they have been. So that's really, really good signs. And that's why she's a champ. She's the champ because she can have good promos, good angles to try and elevate those around her. So far, it hasn't really worked as well as we would like. I feel like it's a work in progress. I feel like, she's done well, but have we achieved the desired result? No, but I think we are on the right path to maybe doing so. FTR had a tag match against Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss for 59. Cash 70, Dax 68, Sonny Kiss 33, and Joey Janela 48. So I wanted to get FTR out there, get him a match, and get him a win, basically. 59 for that one, just to keep their momentum rolling. Christian Cage. Wow, this is actually a good promo between Christian here. He's backstage with Lance Archer. So Christian needs a partner for his match tonight against Dustin Rhodes and Brian Pillman Jr., and he has recruited Lance Archer. Speaking of inventing a new catchphrase, Christian has done that as well. So now hopefully that will boost up his promo ability as well, because it's been around the mid-60s, his segments. If he can stay in the 70 pluses, that would be huge for Christian. So very good segment there between Archer and Christian. The Young Bucks had a 58 rated match against the Acclaimed. Young Bucks 84 apiece, Max Caster 27, Anthony Bowens 29. So just trying to get the Young Bucks on the card, get them a win, hopefully have a decent match. It didn't quite pull off what we were looking for. Young Bucks were great, but I guess the Acclaimed not so good. Post-match, the Good Brothers attacked the Young Bucks and they demanded a title shot. So last week the Young Bucks said, no, we're not going to fight our friends, forget about it, we're not going to do that. Well, this week, the matter's been taken out of their hands. Don Callis has told the Good Brothers to come after the Young Bucks, attack them, take what's, in their opinion, rightfully theirs, a title opportunity, and now the Young Bucks might have a reason to fight their friends because they have been attacked and blindsided by the Good Brothers. 71 for that segment. So advancing the storyline and keeping it relatively strong. Cody Rhodes agrees to Chris Jericho's demands and he makes the match official for Double or Nothing. So Cody Rhodes has worked his magic. He's got into Tony Khan's ear and said, look, Chris Jericho needs a title shot if he wins this match. And if I win this match, then I'm allowed to compete for the World Championship again. So Cody Rhodes able to make that happen. 80 rated for this one. So Rhodes and Jericho official for Double or Nothing, which I think will be maybe the best match on the card. Very possible that could be the case. It certainly has the most popularity involved anyways. Alright, Brian Pillman Jr. and Dustin Rhodes teamed up to take on Christian and Lance Archer. Good opportunity for Pillman to kind of get a chance to work with some top guys here to maybe boost up his popularity stocks. Dustin Rhodes, of course, needed a partner. Didn't want to do QT Marshall because I just see no value in QT at all. So I was more interested in maybe boosting up Pillman. And Lance Archer, we talked about it recently, how he's been floundering around, not doing a lot. Well, I figured this is a good opportunity for him to get himself involved. Not in the storyline in the way, but just get him a match in a high-profile situation. So Christian teamed up with Lance. Lance 65. Christian was good, 69. Pillman 38 and Dustin 49. So pretty good all round. 58 rated match. Losing some heat. Not quite as good as perhaps we'd like, but still, I'm actually fairly happy with the way this match went out anyways, because I don't think we're going to have this storyline remain 65 plus. Once we get it in the ring, it's going to come down. I'm expecting that. So a 58 rated match, I think that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Jake Cargill had a squash match with Danny Jordan, and it was 9 rated. It was, well, the match itself, Jade 36, Danny 22, they have great chemistry, but there's not enough popularity still. And I thought maybe Jay would have enough by now, but it just doesn't seem the case. So this was a match that certainly brought down the card, unfortunately. Jon Moxley brought it back though. He says that the Pinnacle's advantage means nothing to him in Blood and Guts. They're all going to be locked inside a cage. It's all, it's going to be a big fight. Everyone's for themselves in a way. It's just, whoever's going to survive. And Jon Moxley says that in that sort of environment, that's where he's going to thrive. That's where he does his best. So he believes that the one-man advantage won't mean too much for his team anyways. So 82 for that one, and once again, boosting up the Blood and Guts storyline. So we needed a couple of really strong promos to get this storyline back on track. And fortunately for us, we're able to get that from Moxley here. Alright, Shaquille O'Neal is here on Dynamite, and he is confronted by Paul White, and they almost go to blows, but they were restrained by everyone. So a bit of a teaser for the upcoming tag team match. These two guys, the big dogs around here, almost having a bit of a brawl, but it's quickly broken up. Adam Page, Kenny Omega out there as well, and Don Callis talking a lot of trash whilst he was out there. So 74 for that segment. Not too bad at all. Main event, ooh, wow. Cody Rhodes and Ortiz, 58 rated. Oh my god, okay. Cody 74, Ortiz 55. You know, I was very tempted to do Sammy Guevara and Cody Rhodes, but I thought maybe I should save that. Maybe that should be more of a feud. Maybe that could be a feud after Double or Nothing. Sammy Guevara tries to get revenge for Cody Rhodes. For Chris Jericho coming after Cody Rhodes. Maybe that. So I was trying to, save that. So I thought, okay, maybe Ortiz. And, I thought maybe we'll get high 60s, maybe low 70. Cody can maybe produce that. But he didn't get it done here. 58 rated for our main event is not good. This is not going to be a great show at all. Post-match, Chris Jericho jumped Cody Rhodes and attacked him with the baseball bat. So Floyd whacking Cody Rhodes rather. Chris Jericho getting the one up here on Cody. 78 for this one, advancing the storyline, not gaining any heat. Chris Jericho performed pretty well. So some good angles on the show, but the matches are all around the high 50s, maybe low 60s, that sort of range. Gives us a 64 rated show. Maybe that Jade Cargill match made it really difficult to come back from there potentially. So nonetheless, not great, 64, but we did advance some storylines and we did gain a little bit with Ethan Page with the big win. Maybe the Acclaim get a bit of a spotlight. Brian Pillman as well. So, maybe not all is lost. All right, let's take a quick little look at the results. The news around, of course, Miro is injured. He's broken his ribs. We had 782,000 viewers for our Dynamite, so we were down pretty significantly compared to last week. Miro will have that injury for 25 days, so that's going to bother him for a while by the looks of it, which is not great, but luckily for us, we weren't really having a lot going on with Miro, so we weren't really pushing him at this stage. 70 rated episode of NXT, 710,000 viewers from them, so that gap is starting to close a little bit, getting a little bit concerning, I would say. Leva Bates, we're going to hang on to her, so she's going to stay. So not too bad. Let's have a quick little look at our storyline heat heading into the pay-per-view. So 75 for Blood and Guts. It did drop quite a lot, but a couple of good segments are recovering it. 58 for Christian's storyline. Cody and Chris Jericho, 78, not too bad. Ethan Page and Hobbs still working with that one, 51. The Hardys and FTR, that storyline is 66, so it's a little bit lower than the Blood and Guts one. The Good Brothers and Young Bucks, 71. Sheeta and Baker's going pretty well, 49. 61 for the Lucha Bros and Best Friends. Nyla and Jade is 50, which is quite surprising that it's that high. I suppose we just had mainly segment after segment, but not too much after that. Team Taz and the Dark Order, so that's just kind of really kicked off. 48 for that one. The Elite versus the Super Elite, 78. And the Death Triangle versus the Family Star on 65. So everything's pretty good. Nothing's major. Nothing's in the 80 pluses or anything like that. But most of the storylines are pretty decent, to be fair. So we are, I feel like, in a pretty good position heading into Double Nothing. We can definitely improve on a few of those, and we need to, absolutely. So storylines aside, let's go ahead and take a look at the popularity changes. All right, nothing too noticeable in terms of popularity changes this week. Ethan Page, though, now up to 41 after getting a win over Billy Gunn. So Billy Gunn dropping from 46 down to 42, giving Ethan Page a huge boost up. So Ethan Page now was definitely out of that lower mid-card of doom, and he's potentially now a player on the roster. Might make it a little bit difficult for Will Hobbs. We know we're probably looking to have Will Hobbs beat Ethan Page at the pay-per-view, but we might have to change gears and maybe have Ethan Page find a way to win again. which would be, I don't know, a bit of a shame because I'm really looking to try and get Will Hobbs out of that lower card at Doom as well. But yeah, so that's kind of what we're thinking about at the moment. Speaking of Will Hobbs, let's take a look. So he's at 36, so yeah, probably not worth having Ethan Page lose to Will Hobbs, unless maybe we have Will Hobbs get a bit of help from his new manager, which will be Mark Henry. So we'll go with that there. In terms of the women, let's have a closer look at all the women, I suppose. We haven't had a close look for a little bit. So let's look at all the perceptions. So we just turned Anna Jay to a babyface. She's now got 23 popularity. So no real change from her recently. Awesome Kong's got 36. Big Swole 26. Brandy's still the most popular in the whole division. She's got 43. Britt Baker 37. Diamante's up to 27 now, which I think is a gain. She was 26, so we have made progression with her, which is great. Couple of good promos helped out there. Jade Cargill's got 36 popularity now in the Southeast, and for whatever reason, she hasn't been able to kind of connect with the fans enough to have matches on Dynamite. So maybe having two lower card women didn't quite work, but that's good. She's gained enough. 36 is pretty solid, and I feel like she'll be easier to get over with her star quality for sure. So I'm not too worried about her. I think we can get her to the point where she's going to be a star for us. Nyla Rose has slipped away a little bit. She's actually gone down to 33. She was at 34, so she's actually falling away, which isn't good. Riho, we haven't been using too much of her, 31, but we might start to kind of bring her back into the fold a little bit. Not sure if I'll give her a push, but certainly, having her work with some of the better women in the division. Thunder Rose is another one of our top stars, 36 there for her. So, and we got Ali as well, the bunny, she's got 30. So we do have some women in the mid-30s, which is good, but we got no one, even close to that 40 mark, which is where we really need to start getting a few of them there. It's been a real big struggle with the women. We're trying, but more work needs to be done ASAP if we're going to get them there. Well, as we get ready to wrap things up here, Michael Hayes apparently has died in our save. Wow, there you go. Michael Hayes, 62 years of age, has died. Oof, that is not good. The Guard Dogs has been disbanded as well. I think that was like Roman Reigns' crew, maybe Baron Corbin actually. So probably a good thing that they got rid of that. Ricky Steamboat's decided he'll finally retire. Maybe really long overdue. Awesome Kong. Oh, she's going to retire. So she's going to retire in 3 months' time. Well, we know she's going to go do a TV role in 2 months. So we might only have maybe 1 more month left of Awesome Kong before she's done. So maybe we need to have something go down between Awesome Kong and Britt Baker to kind of ride her off TV and maybe get rid of her from the company. Ethan Page wants a pay rise. Probably fair enough. He's had a decent little increase in popularity. And AJ Styles, he will sign with us. $150,000 per month, 3-year contract. We've got AJ Styles. We've got him. Unfortunately, we're not going to do that. So we're going to let WWE or New Japan, whoever, get him. Would have loved to have got him, but that just goes to show if a big name free agent pops up and we want them, we could get them. I suppose, to think about it, Daniel Bryan's a free agent now, isn't he? I don't think I've made that happen in our game. So maybe we should make that happen. At least make him a part, on a handshake deal. Maybe he can work different promotions. Might be something to think about. But we could get a big name if we wanted to. Just let that be known. We could do it if we want to. All right, we'll leave it at that, ladies and gentlemen. We are just 2 weeks away from Double or Nothing in our save. Won't be too long before we get there. Looking forward to it. I think next episode we might have the big return of Sting and have him be revealed as Moxley's team's fourth man, and we can try and boost up that feud there and have that big moment. We really need a couple of big episodes because our last 3 or 4 Dynamites have sucked. 67, 66, 65, 64. We're just getting progressively worse every week. So before the house always wins, we had 78. So we really need a big show in that sort of regard to try and boost up the ratings and get things back on track. Alright guys, thanks for watching. and we'll see you all next time.